guys, it is Monday, September 1st, and the start of week 20. Yeah, today again, not the greatest day again. I will try this time to go to where I'd cross to Timmy's, but I just was not in the mood to go to Timmy's again today, and for me, it's unusual, because usually it's my happy place, but the last few days, I just sort of been a bit out of it a little bit, but I am trying to get some things done. I'm editing Life Without a Filter 18, so, and maybe I'll read a little bit later too. I got the thing set up for the other. You know, I listen to it sometimes while I read it. I usually do that when I'm home, so I will try to get at least 10-15 pages into that sometime today. As you've noticed, last week I've been playing a bit of the Tavern Manager Simulator. I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to figure out these Easter eggs and all of that. It's just so confusing because no matter what, I can't seem to get to where I'm getting to. Right now, I'm trying to make up the money to get the next upgrade. I got to Reputation 7. So I just gotta get 1,500 I guess I could borrow it, but right now I just don't feel comfortable enough to borrow it from the goblins there. That's a lot of money to borrow. Maybe I'll borrow the last little bit, right? But not the whole amount, because you have to make that back, maybe more, I believe. So I'm just figuring that all out. But right now I'm mostly working on YouTube, because that's the one thing I feel like doing besides watching videos. Well, guys, I actually made some progress in the other. I am now on page 79. I technically read to page 75, but the other two were just kind of blank. I'm on part 2 right now of the book, and I think there's 3. I don't know. Yes, there's 3, and then there's the afterword. So I'm at least starting the second part of it, maybe tomorrow or the next day, whenever I decide to, but I'm definitely taking a break from it today because there was a lot of heavy words in it. And I even actually read most of it myself, because I'm like, yeah, that audio version just doesn't work for me at this point. So I read to it myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm starting to learn what to skim by, what's important to pay attention to for the most part. Hopefully I continue that. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, September 2nd, and I am finally walking to Tim Hortons again. It was a while, but I'm finally up to it, and I'm gonna get myself an iced coffee and some donuts for my aunt, and maybe get some more reading done. I only got about 15 pages of the other read yesterday, rather than reading a whole bunch of other books, but hey, I made at least that goal, which is really good. I'm on part 2, and I'll be starting there today up till a little bit past page 90. I may not overdo it today with the other, for I can make some progress in other books, but slowly but surely I'm making myself get through that book and even enjoy it to a degree. And of course the areas are still blocked off. I always am curious if finally I'll be able to walk those other trails, but I guess not. Well guys, I am back from Tim Hortons, and I actually just recorded a tasting video for Monster Energy Mean Bean. Rest is in the fridge for tomorrow, but I actually made some good progress. Well, as much as I would, you know, in the other. I'm now on page 96. So I read up to page 95, and 96 is where I start tomorrow, if that's when I read it. And I actually make good progress on the banks of Plum Creek, and I'm on page 259. So I read up to there. But I'm enjoying both of them. I actually enjoyed being at Tim Hortons again after a long time, but again, there was a lot of people there today, which made me even more surprised that I was actually able to focus the way I was on the other. I just honed right in and enjoyed it better than I did yesterday. Like, I'm just slowly learning to skim past the parts that aren't as important to the overall point of the story and read what's, to absorb exactly what is most important in it. So, I might lay down for a little bit because I am still not feeling very good, but the fact that I got out for a walk today and I got the dishes put away, I'll get the sweeping done at some point. Ha ha ha. Well, I'm giving you guys a tour on Reputation 7, but now I got the new parlor for the distinguished guests, so I'm making some progress here. I need to get some money to order some tables and wine, the wine barrel. So I'm excited. I've been doing pretty good. I've been switching the servers, so rather than cooking, because I'd rather cook the stuff myself, if you know what I mean. So I think I'm doing pretty good. There's a few more things I'm going to get, but then I'm just going to end it for the night. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, September 3rd. And I am editing a Life Without a Filter 18. And obviously, as you see, I'm on Tuesday, August 19th. Man, missing those weeks really threw me off, not having the internet. But the point is that I'm slowly working on getting back on track. So, today is also the day of the collab with the N-Man64 and Mark Leota. So I'm looking forward to that later today, too. Well, guys, you know the drill. Of course, IBS will flare up, but at least it's earlier so far. I am reading some of Archie's Christmas stock, and right now I'm just going easy. Today. I read a little bit of the other, but a page or two, but not very much because of how I was feeling. But I said right now the main priority is the collab today. More so than anything. And heck, even the editing of my video is slowing down. But it was a while since I actually picked this book up, so there's always, a light, even when it's dark, if you know what I mean. Well, guys, there's some change of plans. I'm not able to do the collab today with how I'm feeling. I've taken a whole bunch of medication that should have helped, and sometimes they help individually on their own, yet together they made no real difference. That's how bad it is. So I didn't want to hold them down today, so hopefully on the 17th we'll get back together. I'm going to try everything I can. I'm going to look at this and try to remind myself that you have to do everything you can for this will not happen. So I'm probably going to lay down a little bit. Well, guys, it's about 10:40 something, and I'm going to get ready for bed pretty soon. I am going to try my best again. Try to hold me to it. Don't hold me to it for the next while, to not overeat, to listen to my body. After tonight, I felt ashamed of it. That if I had just waited to eat, that maybe I would have been okay today. So I'm just going to try my best. Try my best. As I said, no one's perfect. I admit I have plenty of flaws with the eating. I'm just going to try to have more of a, what's the best word? Just stand firm. Saying, no, you were just bored or whatever. And that I can eat the next day. I'm going to try planning what I'm going to have and stick to it. Again, I know I've said it before, and I'll probably say it many times again, but I've been doing so good with that collab, and that was the one thing I had never failed before since starting. It's different if I'm not feeling good, it's just a normal day. I hate it, right? But if there's nothing going on, I just don't feel any real pressure. But this is a very important thing to me too, as well as 2 other people. So I'm going to just try to find a way to read my body and try to learn why I do what I do and try to find ways around those particular problems. Hey guys, it is Thursday, September 4th, and I made my goal today and the others a little less today, but I'm on page 110, so I read about 10 pages. Well, actually, about page 111, but I read past 110. So, again, I've enjoyed it so far. It's a little bit complicated, but I'm 43% into it, so close to halfway through it, because it's 250 pages. So, didn't do much else today. I did do the sweep-in, thank heavens, because I'm not feeling the greatest today. I'm having a Monster Energy, salted caramel, and just watching some YouTube. I might lay down for a little bit later today. Well, guys, I am finally going to redo what I was doing, the secret project that I'm telling you about. I'm finally going to redo the narration. I just felt I didn't quite complete it after thinking for a while. Well, guys, it is now 11:50 p.m. Thought I'd give you a little update on today. It was a pretty awful day. Actually, you wouldn't believe it, but I was worse than I was yesterday, to the point where when I woke up with a start, a jolt. Like, my stomach was literally stabbing, and I was, wobbly, so I was concerned that I might have been sick the other way. And yes, yesterday, I definitely am blaming my eating when I did for that. But it's like yesterday was just like a preview of what was going to happen today. Even with me not having to do anything, I was even shaking. But I am doing a little better right now. I'm trying again not to eat more than I had. I did pretty good, I think, and hopefully I'll continue to do good. I'm actually editing and getting material for this secret project that I've been telling you about. I'm actually making some progress in it. So, thought I'd share that with you guys too. I didn't do much when it came to playing video games or reading a lot. The only thing I read was what I showed you the other. I was just trying to get through the day, if you know what I mean. But, again, I feel that in my own way I had small wins. I edited some Life Without a Filter 18. I'm editing the secret project. I swept. I read a little bit. So all of that, I feel, was a win in my book. So I just wanted to update you on my day. Hey guys, it is Friday, September 5th, and it's 5:15. Yeah, I know, today was an awful day. I really think I might have the flu bug, because today for a while was maybe not as bad in some ways as yesterday, but I was just having a lot of the symptoms. So maybe, I'm not saying my eating didn't have anything to do with it. I am still doing what I plan to do, which is allow one little treat a day, like whether it's a bowl of chips, a bar, or a Lunchable, and the one meal. So I'm going to still stick with that anyway, because eventually it'll just help. But I'm also going to try taking, before I eat now, my meals, a Buscopan, because I think I read they're supposed to help more if you eat it as a prevention type of thing, and I hope that's true. It worked with the hot dog Lunchable I had today. So I'm good. I might do a little bit of editing of my secret project like I did, and I'm going to be editing Life Without a Filter 18 a bit. I'm not going to do too much reading or anything today. Maybe I'll read a little of the comic or something later, but I need to also get the sweeping done today as well. So I'm just taking little things today, like little wins. Well, guys, it's about 10:30-ish. I better take these off or I can hear myself. And I actually did read a bit of The Barking Ghost today. I'm on page 16 of that. I wasn't feeling good again earlier, so I read a bit while I was in the bathroom. I just started The Barking Ghost, the Goosebumps, and I'm enjoying it, but I didn't want to get too deep into it. I did a little editing of Life Without a Filter 18, and I'm heading on to the last day, I think, soon, Sunday. And I didn't do much more with my secret project, but I'm trying to, balance what I'm doing. I didn't even get the sweeping done today because how I was feeling. But I did have a nice bath. So right now I'm trying to think of my wins rather than, I didn't do this. Like the wins is I read it all. I had a bath. I took everything to help with how I was feeling. And so far I didn't overeat, but I'm not fully counting that until tomorrow. So I've made some smart choices today as well. So I'm just trying to think of it that way instead of thinking, I didn't read the other, I didn't play a game. I still did have some wins today, and that's what matters. So I cannot believe it's already getting close to the end of week 20, I believe. Just a couple more days left, and then we're heading on to 21. Well, guys, it is Saturday, September 6th, and so far, I'm still on a win today. I listened to 2 of the N64's chapters of Pokemon Links Between Worlds. I think chapter 43 and 44. He was sure I was from 40 on, or I only gave him 40 last, but I did remember reading a couple of the others. I don't know if I gave him thoughts on it though, but you think I would if I had them read, because starting 43 was the only one, that and over, I didn't remember, where up to 42 I did remember reading. So, but hey, I got 2 of them done and set to send to him. I am going to start editing, I'm going to finish editing Life Without a Filter 18 and maybe work on that secret project a little bit more. I'm just trying to keep the wins going. I literally am trying something new that the AI suggested when it came to my eating, my IBS. I'm going to break up my big meal from now on, or try to, if it's a sandwich or a burger, right? And have the one snack and then wait about an hour and a half to 3 hours. For me, that's what it is today, but it's an hour and a half to 2 hours. What it recommended. Then have the first of my big meal, then wait at least 3 hours to have the last meal. So I'm going to try to see if not only if that helps with my IBS, but help with my overeating in general. Because that way it feels like I'm still eating more, even though I'm eating the same amount, and it has time to digest it properly. So hopefully that will work out all right. Because again, I'm getting sick and tired of what happened those last 3 days. I could almost do nothing but sleep, because that was one of the only things that kept my stomach calm at all. So, last time the snack always landed okay, but I'm going to see how I'm going to do after my first sandwich. Today I'm having a couple of bologna sandwiches, but again, at different times. So hopefully having the smaller portion will at least help me process it a bit.
We try to stimulate.
Oh, hiyo, boo-boo.
Try again.
There are mobile phones on nearly every plane in the sky. If mobile interference really is the cause of the crash, investigators need to know before it happens again.
Boo-boo-boo-boo. Hi.
Investigators obtained the
Hi.
mobile phone records of every passenger on the plane.
Yes. Well, guys, it is about 7:07, I believe, or 7:08. Not really sure what it is, but it is after 7 o'clock. Thought I would update you on my day. You probably saw that cute little footage I have of Buddy. He is a dog that always visited us before Bandit started coming down, and now that things are quieter, he's able to come down again. He's been here for almost 3 days, I think. 2.5 days, 2 nights, anyway. But it's nice every now and then to have an animal in the house to give us some sort of normalcy without having it be a permanent thing. So it's just kind of the right amount, it's like when you're the grandparent and you're like, oh, it's so good to see you, go back to mama or daddy, or it's that sort of situation when we have those animals visit us. We're having, I think, Bandit again next week for a little bit. But today, it's funny. As I said, I'm starting to think more about the wins now rather than the loses. Right? And so far, I think I've had at least 10 wins today. I swept. I finished and uploaded, scheduled one of them, but 2 YouTube videos, including you'll see Life Without a Filter 18 is out. I made it to my goal in the other. I am now on page 126. I managed so far to break my meals up, and so far, fingers crossed that it continues, no IBS flare-up, but maybe minor cramps. But besides that, nothing. I actually finally went back to listening to the Endman 64's Put One Links Between Worlds. I have chapter 43 of 44 done and my thoughts out. I still have a lot to catch up on, but I managed to do that relatively okay. So there's just a lot of little wins today. And I hope that I can continue this route because I found, except for, again, minor cramps, nothing that I had to go to the bathroom for. I even enjoyed doing everything that I was doing. I made the joke to my aunt, maybe I should play a game now, or make progress in a game now. And I'm like, no, I don't want to push it. I've done so well today, I need to give myself a bit of grace. Because of everything, the game was the last thing on my agenda, if you know what I mean. I got the important things done, minus the exercise, but that, hopefully I'll get back into doing tomorrow. I pretty much had way more wins than loses overall, and that is what matters. So, honestly, guys, today was the best day I had all week, it feels, in a lot of ways, especially over the last few days, right? The last previous 3 days, today was wonderful. Well, guys, it is Sunday, September 7th, and I am actually getting some footage from my Life Without a Filter 19, so I'm at least starting the progress on that. But yeah, I figured that you would want to see my face for the rest of this, but I was showing you what I was up to. Actually, it started pretty decent in some ways. I lost 2 pounds. I'm 138. But I am, again, not feeling the greatest, so I'm just trying to do what I can. I already listened to one of my boyfriend's, the Endman 64's chapters, 45, I believe. And maybe a little later I'll listen to another one for I could get it out tomorrow. But it's just, I needed to take a gravel, and surprisingly not for my stomach, but I felt a little lightheaded. And maybe it's because my body's just getting used to the way I'm eating differently, if you know what I mean. But I'm just trying to prep for prevention. I could have went to Tim Hortons today, but again, just the way I was feeling, I wasn't risk crossing the street. So maybe again later, if it's not too dark, I'll try to walk to where I would cross. But right now, I'm focusing on what I need, listening to my body and doing what I can do while I'm feeling the way I am. Right now, I'm trying to not think of the things that I couldn't do or didn't do. but just on the things that I did do, like losing 2 pounds is fantastic. Me even getting 1 chapter read is great for me. I'm deciding and making good decisions on what my body needs food-wise. Like I had the Lunchable today, the pizza Lunchable, and instead of going right and eating at 1 o'clock, I'm going to rest. And if I wake up with enough time, then I'll have both burgers, like through the day. But if not, if I only have time to eat one of the burgers, then that's what I'll do today. Because I like to break it up. Like with the first meal, at least an hour and a half to 2 after I had, the pizza Lunchable, right? But it'll be way past that because I took a gravel. And then after that, I have to wait 3 hours to eat the second one. And even then, it's wise to wait to sleep after you eat it too. So I'm just trying to listen to what my body needs today and deal with it as it may come. Like, it seems to work in a way. Me feeling like even though I'm eating the same amount that I have more and it doesn't affect my IBS as bad. So I'm just going to continue with what is working for me. Well, guys, it is almost 8:30 and, well, today, as I said, was a rough day. I actually only ate a burger and a pizza Lunchable because I just was not feeling good enough to have the second burger, but I'll have that tomorrow with 1 sandwich later. I guess maybe my body is again just getting used to the changes, so it's acting up weird, and maybe once I get used to it, it'll kind of, the worst will slow down. That's what I keep trying to tell myself, but I did the sweeping. I listened to a chapter of Links Between Worlds. I've made, as of now, some smart decisions about eating right, which if I can stick through with that, it means that I did very good in the wins when it came to my health. This week in general was just, it was the first week that I feel that it was really my fault about the collab not going on. Like with the deaths in the family and the internet issue, that was more of a reasonable excuse and not something fully in my control. But with the IBS flare-up I had, I feel really bad about that still, but I'm telling myself that maybe this was what it took me to see, okay, I need to make changes. I need to control my eating more. I need to listen to my body more. Like every other time, if it just affected me on other days, I'm like, oh, well, I get sick when I eat, but my brain just wouldn't connect it. But I think this situation, fingers crossed, is what it took for me to try to change some of my ways a little bit, because I do not want to let Mark or the Endman64 down again for that reason. If I ever do again, I want it to be a legitimately good reason outside my control, nothing I could do about it. So hopefully next week will be a full good week. But I figured I would end the vlog here. I'm going to bed pretty soon. I might watch a little bit of YouTube before I get ready for bed, because I don't want to be up with my stomach that is now sort of growling. You could argue, well, Jazz, you only had the burger and the lunch, but you could still know. I want to sleep properly tonight and not get an upset stomach again. If it was earlier, maybe, but even my aunt on top of ChatGPT said it's okay to miss. It's not like you completely didn't eat today. It's okay to miss once in a while. And my aunt said that too. Not just like an AI thing. She said I probably shouldn't eat if how my stomach is going. So I'm going to try to stick to what they both said to prove that I'm willing to put in the effort to take care of myself when I need to. So hopefully going to sleep the next day, I'll slowly go back again and see what I can do So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video.